Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how a multiplexer can be used as a basic building block. When we say multiplexer as a basic building block, that means we should be able to design any combination logic with the help of multiplexer alone. And in this video, I am going to give you a general method through which using multiplexer you will be able to design any complex combination logic design. And using that method, I will show you how to implement any combination logic design. We will do few examples. One very important point, friends, if you look at any complex digital logic design, it consists of only two things. One is flip-flops and another thing is combination logic. Now, as we are stating that we can implement any combination logic with the help of multiplexer only, so that means we should be able to implement any complex logic with the help of multiplexer and flip-flops. Friends, why I am focusing on this point? Because a multiplexer can be implemented with the help of if-else statement, nested if-else statement and case statement in any HDL language. What I mean to say that with the help of only these three statements, we can implement any complex logic. Now, without wasting much time, let us get started. Friends, I have taken the example of two input NAND gate in the first go, and we are going to implement it using 2:1 multiplexer. This is the symbol of two input NAND gate. It has two inputs A and B and one output with the name out. And this is its truth table. When A and B both are 0, out is 1. When A and B are 0, 1, out is 1. When A and B are 1, 0, out is 1. When A and B are 1, 1, out is 0. I don't think I need to explain it. And this is 2:1 multiplexer. It has two inputs I0 and I1. Cell is the select line, Y is the output. When select line is 0, I0 will be passed at the output of Y. When select is 1, I1 will be passed to Y. Now let us see how we implement this two input NAND gate using this multiplexer. As friends, I told you that I am going to generalize the method so that you can implement any combination logic with the help of multiplexer. So in the very first step, you have to identify how many select lines are there in the multiplexer that you have chosen for the implementation. In this case, we have chosen 2:1 multiplexer and it has only one select line. So depending on the number of select line a multiplexer has, we have to select those many inputs from that combination logic that we are going to implement. So because select line is only one, so we will choose A only and we will apply A directly at the select line. So let me apply A at the select line. Now if we see, when A is 0, my output is always 1 irrespective of B. When A is 1, output is equal to invert of B. When B is 0, out is 1. When B is 1, out is 0. So it is inverted. Now let us see, when select line is equal to 0, when A is 0, what is out? Out is 1 from the truth table. But I know when select line is 0, I0 will be passed at the output. So that means I will fix the value of I0 to 1. So let me write 1. Similarly, when select line or A is equal to 1, what should be my output? It should be B bar. That means I need to apply B bar at I1. Because I know when select line is equal to 1, I1 will be passed to Y. And let me write Y is equal to out. Friends, this is how we implement any two input combination logic with the help of 2:1 multiplexer. One more thing I want to mention here, how we will implement B bar. Because if we have only 2:1 multiplexer available, even NOT gate is not available, how will we implement B bar with the help of 2:1 multiplexer? Let me tell you. Friends, now I will tell you how will we implement this NOT gate with the help of this 2:1 multiplexer. And in the same way, you can implement any combination logic having one input. Now this is the truth table of a NOT gate. When B is 0, B bar output is 1. When B is 1, output is 0. As I already mentioned, because we have chosen 2:1 multiplexer for implementation, and we need to see how many select lines it has. It has one select line. That means we will apply B at this select line. So let me apply B at the select line. Now if we see, when this B is 0, output is 1. But I know when B is 0, I0 will be passed at the output. And what is output? It is 1. So I will fix this I0 to the value 1. Let me write value 1 here. In the same way, when select line or B is equal to 1, output is 0. But here I1 will be passed to I. So I will fix this I1 to the value 0. So friends, this way we will implement a NOT gate with the help of this 2:1 multiplexer. Friends, this is the final implementation of 2-input NAND gate with the help of 2:1 multiplexers. This is B bar signal that we derived. So B bar is applied at I1. I0 is fixed at 1. The select line of second multiplexer is A, and this is the final output. Now we will see one more example which will have 3 input signals, and we will implement with the help of 2:1 multiplexer, and with that way you will understand the methodology so that you can implement any combination logic. Friends, I have taken a third example of a full adder, and we will implement full adder with the help of 2:1 multiplexers. As you know, full adder has 3 inputs, so we are proceeding in a progression, and this is a truth table of a full adder. It has 2 outputs, sum and carry, sum and carry. Let us see how we implement sum first with the help of this 2:1 multiplexer. As we already mentioned that we need to see how many select lines a multiplexer has. It has only one select line, so we need to apply A at the select line. And let me apply A. Now if we see, when A is equal to 0, my value of sum is equal to B bar C plus B C bar, which is equal to B XOR. So that means when select line is 0, and I know I0 will be passed at the sum, and sum is equal to B XOR C. So I need to apply B XOR C at I0. B XOR C I have applied at I0. In the same way, when A is equal to 1, what is my output? My output sum is equal to B bar C bar plus B into C, which is nothing but B XOR C invert, or this is XNOR gate. And we know when this select line or A is equal to 1, I1 will be passed at sum, and which should be equal to B plus C bar. So let me apply B plus C bar at I1, B XOR C bar. So this way we can implement sum. In the same way we will see how to implement carry. Friends, we already have seen that how to implement this combination logic having 2 inputs. So I am not going to explain how to implement this XOR gate and this XNOR gate. Otherwise the video will become very lengthy. Let us see how to implement this carry. And in the same way we are using 2:1 multiplexer, and it has one select line, so we need to apply A at the select line. Let me apply A. In the same way we will see, when A is 0, what is the value of carry? So the value of carry is B into C, and we know that when select line or A is 0, the value of carry is B into C. So, and we know I0 will be passed at carry, so we need to fix this I0 to B into C. Let me fix it, B into C. Now let us see, when this A is 1, what is the value of this carry? It is B bar C plus B C bar plus B C. And we also know that when the select line or A is 1, I1 is going to pass to the carry. So I need to tie this I1 value with this expression. So let me tie B bar C plus B C bar plus B into C. Friends, this way we calculate the value of carry, and as these two expressions BC and this expression of I1, which is B bar C plus BC bar plus BC, they are the combination logic having two inputs B and C that I already have explained how to implement two input combination logic with the help of 2:1 multiplexer. So I'm not going to go further in the implementation of these two expressions. I assume that you know it. Now I'm going to explain you few examples with the help of 4:1 multiplexer so that you can implement any combination logic with the help of 4:1 multiplexer also. Let us see. Friends, let us try to see how to implement a NOT gate with the help of 4:1 multiplexer. I know you would be thinking that it is very simple logic, but I have chosen it knowingly because there is a trick. As per the assumption, we know that we need to see how many select lines a multiplexer has. That many inputs we need to apply to those select lines. In this case, we have two select lines, but we have only one input. Now what we need to do, we need to apply this one input at one of the select line, and we need to make other select line as 0. So I am making select 1 is equal to 0, and I am applying select 0 as signal B. Now when select 1 is 0, so that means only I0 or I1 will be passed at Y, because the value of this select line can be either 0, 0 or 0, 1. Now I know when this select line 0 is 0, that means V is 0, the output should be 1. And I know when select line is 0, I0 will be passed at Y. So I need to tie this I0 to the value 1. Let me tie this value to 1. In the same way, when select line 0 or B is equal to 1, output should be 0. And I know I1 will be passed at Y. So we need to tie I1 to the value 0. My output is independent of these signals. I can tie them to 0 or 1. Not an issue. Friends, now I am going to show you the implementation of a two input NAND gate with the help of 4:1 multiplexer, as we already did it with 2:1 multiplexers. But I want to show here that the implementation with 4:1 multiplexer is comparatively easy as compared to the implementation with 2:1 multiplexers. So this is a truth table, this is its symbol, and this is 4:1 multiplexer. And this 4:1 multiplexer has two select lines. So I need to apply two inputs of this combination logic, that is A and B, to both the select lines. So let me apply A at the select line 1 and B at the select line 0. Now as we know that when A and B both are 0, output is 1. So that means when select line 1 and select line 0 both are 0, I know I0 will be passed to the output. And what should be the value of output? 1. So I need to tie I0 to the value 1. In the same way, when select line 1 and select line 0 are 0, 1, that means AB is 0, 1. AB is 0, 1. Output is 1. And I know I1 will be passed to Y. So I need to tie the value of I1 to 1. Let me tie this value. In the same way, when select line 1 and 0 or A or B are 1, 0, I2 will be passed to out, and I know the value of out is 1. So I need to tie this I2 to the value 1. When the select line 1 and 0 or A or B are 1, 1, output value is 0. And I know I3 will be passed to the output. So I will tie the value of I3 to 0. So this way we have implemented a two input NAND gate with the help of 4:1 multiplexer. Friends, this is the last part of the video wherein we will implement full adder using 4:1 multiplexer. As we know, full adder has 3 inputs, and I am going to show you that this implementation is a bit easier as compared to the implementation with 2:1 multiplexers. And similarly, the implementation with 8:1 multiplexer will be more easier. Now, as per the assumption, we need to apply 2 inputs to the select line 1 and select line 0, and let me apply A and B to both these inputs. I am applying A at select line 1 and B at select line 0. Now when both the inputs are 0, I know the value of sum. The value of sum is equal to C. So when C is 0, sum is 0. C is 1, sum is 0. Similarly, I know when the value of AB is equal to 0, 1, the value of sum is C bar. Now when value of AB is 1, 0, the value of sum is again C bar. And lastly, when the value of A and B both are 1, 1, the value of sum is C. And now, as we have applied both the inputs A and B to both the select lines, when both are 0, 0, that means A and B both are 0, 0, I know sum is equal to C. And I also know that I0 will be passed at the sum output. So I need to tie this I0 to value C. Let me tie it. In the same way, when A and B both are 0, 1, I know the value of sum is C bar. And I also know that I1 is going to pass to sum. So I1 should be equal to C bar. In the same way, when A and B both are 1, 0, the sum should be C bar, and I also know that I2 is going to pass to sum. So I need to apply C bar at I2. Let me apply. And lastly, when A and B both are 1, 1, I know the sum should be C, and I also know that I3 is going to pass to sum. So I will apply C at I3. Let me apply. Friends, this way we have implemented sum, and in the same way we can implement carry. But I am not going to implement in this video because it is getting lengthy. And I have demonstrated that how can you use 2:1 multiplexer as a basic building block, and I also mentioned here in this video that how we can use 4:1 multiplexer as a basic building block. And in the same way you can use 8:1 multiplexer, 16:1 multiplexer as a basic building block. And I told you the methodology how to implement any combination logic with the help of any type of multiplexer. And with this, I'm going to end this video, and I hope that it would be quite informative for all of you. And I want to request all the viewers who have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it. And for the notification of the videos, don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching.